The night I discovered my husband's best friend was in love with me, I had two choices: either stay silent or turn the situation to my advantage. My choice changed three people's lives forever. My name is Emma, and the story I'm about to tell you is about how a woman turned an unexpected love confession into the beginning of the biggest transformation in her life. It all started that Saturday evening. Mark and I were stuck in the routine of our 8-year marriage. The same TV shows every night, the same shopping mall on weekends, the same restaurants with the same friends. Our life was predictable and safe, but also ordinary and passionless. That night, we were meeting with friends. David, Mark's friend from university, was having dinner with us along with his wife Jennifer. David and Mark had been closest friends for 15 years, almost like brothers. In fact, I knew David before I met Mark because we worked at the same company. Everything was normal during dinner. Mark was talking about work. Jennifer was complaining about their children. David was listening with his quiet demeanor. But as the night progressed, I began to notice David looking at me. These weren't just normal friendly glances. They were deeper, more intense looks. When Mark went to the bathroom, Jennifer also went outside to make a phone call. David and I were left alone. "Emma," he said quietly, "there's something I need to talk to you about." My heart rate accelerated. The tone in his voice told me this wasn't going to be an ordinary conversation. "What do you want to talk about, David?" He placed his hands on the table and leaned toward me. "This is something I've been keeping inside for years. I can't hide it anymore." My breath caught. I knew what he was going to say, but I wasn't ready to hear it. "Emma, I'm in love with you. I was before you met Mark, and I still am after. I've been hiding these feelings for 8 years, but I can't stand it anymore." The world stopped, literally stopped. David, Mark's closest friend, was confessing that he was in love with me. And the most shocking part was that this didn't surprise me, because over the past few months, I had started to notice it too. "David," I said slowly, "this is very complicated, I know. But Emma, Mark doesn't deserve you. He's never really seen you. You're a beautiful, intelligent, funny woman, and he doesn't even notice it." Something cracked inside me. Because David was right. Mark really didn't see me. In recent years, I had become just someone who did housework, cooked meals, and met his needs. When was the last time I saw desire in Mark's eyes? When was the last time he told me I was beautiful? "What do you feel, Emma?" David's voice was very low, almost like a whisper. That was the moment, the turning point of my life. I had two choices. First choice, say, "David, let's forget this conversation. You're married, I'm married, this can't happen," and leave everything as it was. Second choice, turn this situation to my advantage. I chose the second option. "David," I said, leaning toward him, "I think you're brave for telling me this. And to be honest, I've always seen you differently too." His eyes widened. He wasn't expecting this. "Really?" "Yes. But right now we're both married, and this situation is very complicated." Mark and Jennifer came back. The conversation was left unfinished, but now there was electricity between us. The way David looked at me had changed, and so had mine. When we got home that night, Mark sat in front of the TV as usual and started changing channels. "It was a good evening," he said, not taking his eyes off the screen. "Yes," I said. "David was quiet today. Is everything okay?" "I don't know. Maybe he and Jennifer are having problems." "Never mind. David's problems aren't our problems." This sentence infuriated me. David was a 15-year friend, but Mark didn't even care about his problems. Over the following days, David and I exchanged messages. They started as innocent messages, but gradually we became closer. He was showing me the attention I was missing in my marriage. He said I was funny, asked for my opinions, listened to me. But I wasn't just getting emotionally closer. I was making strategic plans because David's confession had shown me something. My marriage with Mark was basically over, but I didn't want to enter a divorce battle alone. I could use David. 2 weeks later, David and I decided to meet. Mark was at work, Jennifer was out of town. We met to take a walk in the park. "Emma," David said, "I haven't been able to sleep for these 2 weeks. I keep thinking about you." "I think about you too, David, but I don't know how this situation can be resolved." Maybe we could leave our spouses. We could build a new life together." This was the moment I was waiting for. David was proposing that I leave my marriage and be with him. "David, if you're seriously considering this, we need to plan very carefully. Mark and Jennifer shouldn't suspect anything." David's eyes lit up. "What are you thinking?" "First, we need to strengthen our financial situation. I need to take control of the joint accounts I have with Mark. You need to clarify your situation with Jennifer." "Financial situation?" "David, if we really want to be together, we need to be financially independent. I can't let Mark leave me in a difficult financial situation." David nodded. "You're right. How will we do it?" "Trust me, I'll make the plan." Over the next month, I implemented a perfect plan. I started withdrawing money from our joint accounts in a way that Mark wouldn't notice. I copied important documents. I moved valuable items from the house to a safe place. At the same time, David and I strengthened our emotional bond. We messaged each day, met secretly twice a week. Mark and Jennifer had no idea. But my real plan was bigger. My relationship with David wasn't just an escape from Mark. David really understood me, valued me. I was regaining the self-confidence I had lost in my marriage with Mark. A month later, David made his serious decision. "Emma, I've decided to leave Jennifer. There's only you in my life now. I'm also ready to end my marriage with Mark. How will we do it? How will we tell Mark?" "We'll tell him together. But first, we need to clarify everything." When I got home that evening, Mark was watching TV as usual. "Mark, we need to talk." "Now? There's a game on?" "Yes, now." He turned off the TV and turned to me. "What happened?" "Mark, our marriage is over." He was surprised. "What do you mean?" "We've been married for 8 years and you've never really seen me. I've just become someone who does housework and cooks meals for you." "Emma, what are you saying? We're happy." "You might be happy, Mark, but I'm not, and I want to change now." "Is there someone else?" I was expecting this question. "Yes, there is." Mark jumped up. "Who?" "David." The expression on Mark's face was indescribable. Shock, betrayal, anger, disappointment, everything at once. "David? My closest friend, David?" "Yes. This isn't possible. David never—" "David is in love with me, Mark, and I'm in love with him. You never loved me like this in 8 years. Mark went crazy. He picked up his phone and called David. "David, come here. Come right now." 20 minutes later, David came. As soon as Mark opened the door, he started yelling. "My 15-year friend! 15 years? And you're stealing my wife!" David was trying to stay calm. "Mark, calm down. Let's talk." "What is there to talk about? You're with my wife." "Mark, feelings aren't things that can be controlled. Emma and I love each other." "How long has this been going on?" for a month. But Mark, you never deserved Emma. She's a wonderful woman, and you never saw her. Mark turned to me. Emma, is this true? Have you been cheating on me for a month? Yes, Mark. But I didn't just cheat on you with David. I've been cheating on you with myself for 8 years. With the value you place on me. What does that mean? It means I lost myself in this marriage, and David reminded me of myself. Mark sat down, buried his face in his hands. This can't be real. This must be a nightmare. David approached. Mark, I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt you, but I can't live without Emma. Get out. Mark's voice was very low. Get out of my house and never show your face again. David left. Mark looked at me. And you? Are you leaving too? Yes, Mark. I'm leaving tomorrow. Where will you go? To David. He left Jennifer. We're going to build a new life together. Mark started crying. A 35-year-old man was crying. Emma, please. I can change. I can treat you better. It's too late, Mark. I want to be happy now, and David makes me happy. That night, Mark left the house. I don't know where he went. The next day, I packed my things and moved to David's house. Jennifer was out of town. When she returned, David would tell her everything. 2 days later, Jennifer returned. David explained the situation to her. Jennifer was shocked at first, then went crazy, then cried. But surprisingly, she didn't make a very dramatic scene. Actually, I was expecting this, she said. You've been different these past months, David. And Emma, I don't blame you at all. If you're going to be happy, then I'll be happy too. Jennifer behaved much more maturely than expected. She even helped us. Mark, on the other hand, was completely devastated. According to his work colleagues, he was depressed, not talking to anyone. He kept calling David, but David never answered. 3 months later, Mark started calling me. Emma, please, let's talk. I want you back. Mark, let's not have these conversations. It's hard for both of us. You are my life, Emma. You can live without David, but I can't live without you. These phone calls were tiring me, but my relationship with David was getting stronger every day. David really was different. He listened to me, valued my opinions, made future plans with me. I was experiencing things I had never experienced in my marriage with Mark. 6 months later, David proposed to me. Emma, these months I've spent with you have been the happiest times of my life. Will you marry me? Yes, I said. I will. We got married, with a small ceremony, just with close friends. Jennifer even came and congratulated us. Mark didn't come, of course. Today, it's been 2 years since David and I have been together. Mark still tries to contact me occasionally, but I don't respond anymore. This experience taught me that sometimes life's biggest transformations come in the most unexpected ways. David's love confession became not an ending for me, but a new beginning. I'm not sorry for cheating on Mark, because Mark had emotionally neglected me for years. I just chose someone who valued me. I'm not sorry for being with David either, because he reminded me of myself. He reminded me that I was a valuable, desired, loved woman. Of course, not everything is perfect. Sometimes we've distanced ourselves from our old friends. Mark's family doesn't talk to me. Some people judge us. But I'm happy, really happy. And that's worth everything, because life is too short to spend it in an unhappy marriage. If you're also in an unhappy relationship, value yourself. Don't leave your happiness in other people's hands. Sometimes the best decisions are the hardest decisions, and sometimes love comes from the most unexpected places. This is my story. and the one decision I don't regret. David telling me he was in love with me that night changed 3 lives, but the one that changed the most was mine. And this change was the best thing I ever did in my life.